The story is that there's a secondary school in Tamale, famous one, called Ghana Secondary School in Tamale. You have to understand that there are two Ghana secondary schools. There's one in Koforidua, Eastern Region, and then there's one in Tamale. This is about the Tamale one. Dr. Clement Apaak is a member of parliament from the Northern Region and a former chief vandal of Commonwealth Hall. All right. So Dr. Apaak is also the ranking member on the Education Committee in Parliament. So it stands to reason that he has interest in education, isn't it? Yeah, he does. All right. So Clement Apaak put out something about something that had happened in the Ghana Secondary School. Let's get to the touch screen. Good evening, Dr. Apaak. Tonight we are not happy with you at all, but you are our senior, so we'll share it with you with the best of, to the best of our ability and with the greatest of respect. All right, okay, let's get on now and see what happened and why we are taking issue with Dr. Apaak. So he put up this one on his Facebook page. Let's see. It says, it's only under this reckless and corrupt Nana Akufo-Addo and Dr. Bawumia NPP government that toilets are converted to accommodate students in a secondary school. I just got the videos below from Ghanasco in Tamale. Unthinkable, most shocking. Nana Akufo-Addo must bow his head in shame. Now, this is the issue. Why does a member of parliament get a video that shows that there's something he describes as unthinkable occurring in a school, and his first reaction is that it has been caused by Dr. Bawumia and Nana Akufo-Addo? What does that mean? If you're a member of parliament, you know how the system works. You should first write to the Ghana Education Service and tell them that, look, GES, this is what I found, and I have the videos. Can you, within a short time, report back to Parliament on what has happened? If GES comes back and the report they give shows that policy has failed, then you say policy has failed. If it shows that the president and the vice president have been derelict in their supervisory responsibility over the Ministry of Education, then you can say that when the report has come. That's how responsible leaders behave. They don't rush to gain political points. Responsible leaders don't rush to pick up political points. And we don't need that kind of leadership in parliament, whether it's NDC or it's MPP. We don't need it. We want leadership that you're a member of parliament, you're a ranking member of education, you found a video. You don't go to the press and say, this is what video I found, and it's under the reckless and corrupt. I was going to use a word I can't because I have to do with the greatest of respect to Apaak. But this is very basic. This is very basic. Dr. Apaak should know that as a responsible leader, education ranking member, you get videos from Ghanasco. You don't immediately say reckless Nana Akufo-Addo government. Is that how it works? The president of Ghana, sitting in Jubilee House, is responsible for everything that's happening everywhere. He could be. It could be dereliction of duty. It could be policy failure. But that has to be found out. You don't just get a video and then straight away, Nana Akufo-Addo and Dr. Bawumia, reckless government. Now we know that it may well have been orchestrated. And it may well be that Dr. Apaak may have known about it. And I said may have known about orchestration. That's where the story is leading us to right now. And I'm going to play you subsequent videos. I have a long list of things to show you, including the latest video that has just come out from the GES who have gone to the school and filmed the school. Now, this whole conversation about free SHS, it looks like the NDC people are very concerned about it, but they ought to be. Because free SHS is a policy that has now educated 1.2 million plus 1.3 million. 1 is 2, 2 plus 3 is 5, so 2.5 million people have been educated under free SHS. Whether you like it or not, it's a great policy. Even if you say that of the 2.5 that have been educated, 1 million could have paid for it, which I believe is true, there's still 1.5 who couldn't have paid for it, who the president has committed the taxpayers' money to look after, to study. How can anyone say this is a wrong policy? But the NDC have been struggling so hard to show that free SHS is bad. It's a bad political move. They have to explain to the Ghanaian people that they don't like free SHS and they will cancel it. And the MPP candidate, whoever he becomes, is going to say that we like free SHS and he will continue it. If it's Dr. Bawumia, he will say that. If it's Alanche Martin, he will say that. If it's Kennedy Japan, he will say that. So the NDC must be clear on where they stand on free SHS. They should come and say, this free SHS, we will cancel it. In fact, they've said that many times. In fact, they said it's not possible. They said that before. They said that. So they are now nervous about the free. So any little thing, they want to discredit free SHS. Look at what he says. It's only under this reckless and corrupt Akufo-Addo government that toilets are converted into. When the fact is not true. What he alleges is not true. A member of parliament, not just a member of parliament, ranking member for education. I dare to say to Dr. Apaak that this is dereliction of duty. And that's how far I want to go with the greatest of respect. This is dereliction of duty. A PhD holder. PhD holder means that he has research instincts. PhD holder means that Dr. Apaak understands research. Where was the research in this? Somebody has sent me a video. I just got the videos below from. Now we have to investigate where Dr. Apaak got the videos from. Who sent it to him? What was the person's motivation in sending it to him? What conversation did Dr. Apaak and the person have on the phone? I guess these investigations have already started. These investigations have started. Looking at who Dr. Apaak was talking to and who sent him the video, who filmed this, at the time he filmed it, who was there. All of these investigations are underway. And in a matter of days, it will come out. And we will see how our politicians sometimes take us down into the gutter. It's our politicians. When they want to behave like that, he behaves like a goal poacher. He's looking for opportunity to make NDC look better than MPP, so he grabs everything. Okay, let's move on and see what else he says. This issue of inadequate residential and academic space is only one of the many challenges bedeviling effective teaching and learning in our secondary schools. Other challenges remain inadequate furniture, inadequate and unwholesome food, erratic academic calendar with students spending more time at home than in school, overworked teaching and non-teaching staff. Okay. Many are not aware that the government, since the inception of free SHS policy, is yet to remit a peswa to cover library and ICT fees. Yet, these fees are included in the basket of what government says is free. The MPP must be severely punished at the 2024 polls for the dissipation of our resources to the detriment of the future of our nation. What is more important? Using our resources to fund a personal pledge cathedral. Oh, so he brings a cathedral into the conversation. Jetting in luxury jets, sharing COVID-19 funds to party and government officials, and funding education. He's asking that what is better, funding education or the things that he alleges government is doing? Okay, good question, good question. The record of Nana Addo and Bawumia government in the education sector is most embarrassing. Dr. Apaak can really say that. I can't even believe it. A record that has educated 2.5 million people with taxpayers' money is embarrassing. I mean, this election is going to be very interesting. The NDC must be clear. You don't want free SHS. Be bold and say we don't want it. Try, let's see. You have already said it, so we will attribute it to you that you don't want it. Tell the Ghanaian people that when I come in 2024, I'll cancel free SHS. Say that. Say it, let's see. And stop this pussyfooting and embarrassing yourself by describing 2.5 million Ghanaians having been educated as embarrassing. What did your government do? How many people did NDC educate for free since 92? Not one. One. You can't find one. Somebody has educated 2.5 million people and you say it's embarrassing. You were in power, you didn't educate 1, 2, 10, 15, 12, 0. 0. Somebody says the taxpayers' money that has been committed to me as president, I will commit it to Ghanaians who want to go to school. And you call it embarrassing. Really? Okay, let's see. So he finished and says that in solidarity, Dr. Clement Apaak, MP Busa South, and his deputy ranking member, okay. He's deputy ranking member on Education Committee of Parliament. This, I think, is not that great. All right. Okay, so after Clement Apaak spoke, then GES spoke. Let's get into the story. Let's see what GES said. All right. So this is GES press statement that was quickly released, I believe, in response to Dr. Apaak. It was released on 16th April 2023, and it's as follows. The attention of the management of the Ghana Education Service has been drawn to a viral video being circulated on social media showing some students of Ghana Senior High School, Tamale, using toilet cubicles as dormitories. This is very disturbing and unfortunate, especially when records available to us indicate that out of the 1,790 vacancies declared by the school, only 1,467 students have enrolled. That's what Dr. Apaak should have been finding out. He should have been writing to the GES, and he can do that. In fact, he can summon the GES because he's a deputy ranking member of education, and we have to treat our parliamentarians with that kind of importance because they represent our people. not just about Clement Apaak, but about what he represents. He represents the people of Busa South, and the people of Busa South are an important part of the nation, just like any of the 275 constituencies. So Dr. Apaak should have been writing to GES and said that GES, I have received videos and information that this secondary school in Tamale, Ghana Secondary School, is using toilets for dormitories. I am giving you 48 hours to explain this. If he wanted to be populist a little bit, if I were him, I'll do the same. I'll walk out to the press gallery in Parliament and tell them that I received some videos. I've written to the Ghana Education Service. I have given them 48 hours to respond. When they respond, I'll share the videos with you. That's responsible leadership. You don't ignore GES, ignore the Ministry of Education, and then come and publish the pictures. Now we know they are fake. Now we know, and we don't know who created them. He may have been part of it. Now we know that they are fake. You write to general public, tell us all this, hey, hey, hula baloo goes on. 48 hours later, we know that it was fake. But they don't learn. They don't learn from the history. It's always like that. They bring up something, and they think it's dramatic, and then by the time the facts come, it's gone. It is an intellectual exercise. Politics is a debate of ideas. It's not this thing. It's ideas. Competitive. Because you are doing it for the future of the people. You are not doing it for yourself. You don't just want to come to power in 2024. No, you don't live all your life, I just want to come to power. So anything, I want to come to power. Because when I'm in opposition, I have no work to do. So I want to come to power. So everything, no, it doesn't work like that. That will go to the detriment of the nation. That's why we are asking, when you have become president and taxpayers' money was committed to you, give us one transformational policy that you initiated. The answer will come at some point. But that's the questions we ask of our politicians. You have been in Nana Akufo-Addo. You have been elected twice into government. For the 8 years that you have been in government, what is the one transformational policy that you have achieved? If we had been achieving transformational policy with all our heads of state, if all our presidents had been educating 2.5 million people for free at SHS, do you know how many Ghanaians would have been educated by now on the taxpayers' money? So that is an important question. What you have done with the policy, if you were in government, is what we want to know. Let's move on with Apaak. It says, GES continues. It says that, so GES says the school indicated a certain vacancy that they have. And all schools do indicate that to GES at the beginning of at the end of the examination and or the computer placement and all of that. GES does indicate it to the school. So GES is saying that it will be surprising to them that Ghana Secondary School is lacking places for dormitories and that people have to use toilets as dormitory, because this is the data that they provide. That the school said they had 1,790 places. Of that places, 1,467 enrolled. So the Ghana Secondary School can take more people. So why are people in bathrooms? That is the official position of the Ghana Education Service. It continues. The school is expected to have access capacity to even house extra 300 students. It is thus unacceptable to have students sleep in such a place. The headmaster and the senior housemaster have been directed to step aside to allow for further investigations into the matter by the Regional Director of Education and report back in 2 weeks. Management wishes to assure all our stakeholders and the general public that it will continue to ensure that the students entrusted in our care operate in a safe school environment. And is signed by Cassandra Chumampofu, who is the head of public relations at the Ghana Education Service. So this was the first reaction from the GES to Dr. Clement Apaak.